management and other people. In my personal feeling, I think it was to provide flood protection. And again, I'm speaking because I live with a lawyer. I begin to think I'm a lawyer, and I'm not. Okay.
You know what? Let's approach it a different way. The proof will be in the reality will eclipse the words, because if you're right and it provides for flood protection, then these lands will no longer meet the definition, the state definition, which does apply in Miami-Dade County. They'll no longer meet what you were referring to, the various factors that are required to constitute a wetlands. Okay, so that's what would happen there. Okay.
I'm afraid that we're starting to parse words and I mean protection, mitigation. I mean, aren't we arguing semantics?
No, we're not. There's a very real difference. There's a very real difference.
I think for
the law says flood protection, Mr. Duval, and it's not up to the courts to determine what Congress has passed.
Well, we've had that discussion.
Well, actually, I would have to say, and ultimately the courts do interpret statutes and legislation. But yes, but I would want to. If you can occupy the next 30 minutes if you wish, but I think we have to bring this one to an end and have the next person. I really do. Well, no, so far we've had 10 minutes. You can go on. Thanks.
I just asked the question and everyone started arguing.
That's a good question, and we're trying.
I asked two little things and that's it.
How many more questions?
I just want to ask.
That's fine.
One more.
Go ahead.
Fine. I'll limit it to one more. All right. For tax purposes, we're taxed on our vacant properties as if there were, at least for my property or my mother's property, it's at $250,000, and this is kind of an issue because we can't build on it. Class 4 wetland permit plus mitigation credits at $50,000 for the half acre. I mean, isn't that sort of a regulatory taking? And shouldn't it be fair to reduce the taxes to what it would actually be worth, knowing that you can't build anything on it or do anything with it?
Well, now that you have. Now that you have an independently elected property tax collector, property appraiser, we can invite him to the next.
And thank you for that, because that is an issue that we're hearing a lot. By the way, that's kind of resounding. It's a common theme. Really quickly, excuse me, I want to make two more introductions. I want to honor the elected officials that are here and have sent somebody. We have from Commissioner Moss's office, Dallas Manuel. Dallas, thank you for being here tonight. Thank you, Dallas. And also we have with us Alina Garcia from Congressman David Rivera's office, and the Congressman has been very, very proactive in this area. So thank you, Alina.
Would you mind making the introduction of the next moderator? I'm joking. Okay. Yes, sir.
My name is Carlos Aguilera. I live in the area. Excuse me. My name is Carlos Aguilera. I've been living in the area for like 30 years. We remember 33 and 30 in that place, and we ain't going nowhere. And my family, my brother live in front of me, my cousin live next to me, my sister live 3 blocks. We have the whole family there. And I see a lot of changes in there, and every time you see around, it's getting worse and worse and worse. You know, people that they only have a little plantain trees in there to eat. Now you can't plant plantains there no more, because it's got to be in 3 months. If not, you got to get it out. And it's coming to be really ridiculous, the things that they're doing in there. People having animals there. You can't have no more animals. You can't have no more chickens here because it's not a farm area. What do you mean it's not farming? No, you can't build it. It's not residential. And what am I supposed to do here? I mean, you know, it's coming to be every year is whatever they say. And who gonna fight who? They got a big family, and they got a lot of money behind it. All the lawyers that we pay to fight against us and throw us out. I think it's time for somebody to step in and say, hey, slow down, you know, because, I mean, got family moving to Texas and Fort Lauderdale. Broward County is even different.
By the way, that's an issue we are currently working on, by the way. We are changing that, and we did make one revision in the Community Development Master Plan, the city MP, and for the 8.5 square mile, and we are working on that right now, fixing that issue.
Changing the word. Right. And by the way, Commissioner, they've already passed that language change in the C9 basin. It's been recommended for the East Everglades area that the concept of seasonal should be taken out of that, because actually you can grow mangoes there year round, and you limit the ability of what you can farm using the word seasonal. In fact, the farmer takes the risk. They know what to plant normally, and they plant it. And that's basically where we're heading with that. And thank you for that. That language is being
That's
changed.
in the fix now. Thank you. Next person.
My name is Constantine Emanuel Nesco. My case number is 09-59457. Can we hear? My case number is 09-59457. And I'm Constantine, and I speak my brother Michael Nesco. And I have a couple of questions for Mr. Carlos, the big director from the DERM, who already this environment, they lie internationally, they come in this country, best country, and they lie us, take our rights. I don't know how, I cannot understand in my mind, small mind. I want to make a first question, Mr. Garcia, you have to answer right now for the people. When you send those notice of violation in order to sit and deceit, right? Why you don't send them under the perjury to imply to you responsibility suing somebody unconstitutional? You can answer right now. Why those papers, they are not under the perjury, signed by your people?
What is the question? I'm sorry.
Those papers will sue somebody, some people over here like me. Well, I'm suing by him. They are not under the perjury. The law asks to be under the perjury to give them responsibility when sue people.
Carlos, is that a consent agreement?
Yeah, that's right.
No, it's a cease and desist, and
Okay.
Chapter 24 of the county code
Right.
provides him with the authority to enforce Chapter 24, including the bringing of lawsuits, and as a preliminary matter, the
Exactly.
issuance of a cease and desist,
Right.
which is really the first step in one of these like field notices, and it's saying there's a violation out there. Let me point out that probably.
No, he have to answer. He is the guy. He's the director.
All right, let me just finish one thing. 99%. I'll let him get a word in edgewise.
He will be soon, not
It's
you.
tough, but an attorney just loves to talk. But 99% of them are resolved administratively, okay?
And that is correct. I think the other thing that was stated before is that we are arbitrary in the way that we do things. We're not. The definition. Well, let me finish. The definition of wetlands is a state definition by state law that we have to follow.
But you never
which
prove it.
which
Never
we do.
prove it.
Okay, just a second. You need to let me finish.
Okay.
Okay? The definition of wetlands is by state law. The evaluation of the quality of the wetlands, there's a process that we follow, and it's by state law. So in essence, we do not, as someone mentioned, go around and deal with these issues on an arbitrary manner. As a matter of fact, like I said, it's all by state law, and we follow that. Our people are trained to do this. Furthermore, a number of the cases that we're dealing with here have gone to court, and I think what our attorney has been trying to point out is that in a court of law, it is something that it is neutral, and the facts are brought forward. And a number of these cases, even the consultants that were brought in by some of the people who had cases conceded that these were wetlands. And a number of them we have entered into consent agreements. We have given people time to resolve the cases. We're not here to penalize people. We like you to go through the process. And I have